You know what I kind of forgot about? Libraries. I mean, I didn't really forget about them. I've been borrowing books from Libby for like 2 years at this point, but I did kind of forget that libraries are actual buildings where you can go and borrow books for free. And as someone who currently has no room to grow as far as book storage goes, the idea of going somewhere and being able to borrow a book that I'm super excited to read and then be able to give it back so it doesn't take up any more room on my shelves sounds really great right now. I used to go to the library all the time as a kid. I was always doing those summer reading challenges. Me and my brothers would go pick out 20 books to read in the next week and spend hours just browsing through the books. So I cannot believe that it has taken me almost 4 years as a reader to get my own library card. But I did it earlier this week. I went on my local library's website and found out that you can apply for a library card online. You don't even have to go into the building. So I applied for my library card and got approved. And now today we are headed to the library for the first time as an adult. There are a couple of library branches that are relatively near to my house, but today we're only gonna go to one. There are no words in the English language that I can use to explain how excited I am to somebody who does not read. Back in 2024, I was living with my grandparents for a couple of months, and while I was at their house, I would go to their local library at least 4 times a week, just to get out of the house, work somewhere that wasn't my grandparents' living room. And the library was a great place for that because it's somewhere you can go, they have free Wi-Fi, they always have chairs, and you don't feel obligated to buy something because you're taking up a table for several hours. So I am super excited to get back into doing that at my new library. I know I've lived in Scottsdale for over a year, but I'm not kidding when I tell you, I hardly leave my house. This library is like maybe 10 minutes from my house, and I have never driven by it. Now, this is definitely a newer library. It is the most interesting looking library I think I have ever seen in my entire life. My childhood library growing up was just a square brick building, but the architecture on this library was really pretty. It had so many windows, and I loved the visual aspect of the outside of this library. But it's really very quiet over here, and there's a lot of people in here. So I'm scared to talk to the camera because I don't want people to say anything to me. But I don't have a plan of like what I'm gonna get, or what I'm looking for. I'm just kind of wandering around and checking everything out. This library had so many places for people to sit and computers for people to use, and there were actually quite a few people in there today. And I don't know why I was so surprised to see it, but I found so many books that are either on my radar, on my TBR, or by authors that I've read and loved. I don't really know what I was expecting, to be honest. Apparently, school just got out because it's getting kind of loud in here. Well, I'm back in the car now. I am done with the library. I'll definitely be back. I did get some books, but we can go over a little library haul when I get home. They had books on tape, large print books. I saw that somebody had Wild Dark Shore on hold, and I was like, that's definitely gonna be me. There were so many windows in there, and it definitely got a little warm in there. So if I come over here to sit at one of the tables and work for a few hours, I definitely need to remember not to wear a sweatshirt because it was quite warm in there. It was dead silent in there for most of the time that I was in there, but then the last like 10 minutes, I guess there's a school across the parking lot. So a bunch of the kids just came into the library, I guess, like to wait for their parents or something. So it got a little loud. I checked out some books, which I'm gonna be honest, was a little bit nervous about because I don't have my physical library card yet, which I am so excited about though. It's coming in the mail. This is gonna be my first ever library card that I've had like on my own. The one I've been using to borrow books on Libby was my mom's, and growing up, I never had my own library card. So this is my first ever library card, and I can't tell you how excited I am about it. I am literally so excited over a little piece of plastic. But I definitely we'll be back again. Okay, we're back. That was so much fun. That was genuinely so much fun. I don't know how I forgot that libraries are free resources where you can go and get books or DVDs. They had Nintendo Switch games, which I will definitely be checking out. I studied in libraries so much in college, but those are not the kind of libraries where you go check out fiction novels. So maybe that is where my skewed perception of a library came from. But that was a thoroughly enjoyable experience, and I definitely will be returning. And there is another library about the same distance from my house, so I will be going and checking that out too. Don't be surprised if now in every vlog you see from me, I am at the library. Anyways, now let's do a little library haul. So I got 3 books. First one that I decided to pick up was Cress by Marissa Meyer. This is the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles series. This is a YA dystopian fiction fantasy. The whole series are fairy tale retellings, so if you can't tell from the cover, this is in fact a Rapunzel retelling. I have enjoyed the first 2 books in the series, Cinder and Scarlet, so I am excited to continue the series. The next book that I decided to pick up was With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. I have read 5 of Riley Sager's novels so far, and this is the most recent one, so it's the most difficult to get on Libby. So I was super excited when I saw this on the shelf. Riley Sager was the only author that I was actually looking for on the shelves, so when I saw this, I couldn't leave it behind. And then the last book that I decided to pick up was Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. This is a YA fantasy. I actually bought this book for my friend Kate for her birthday about 2 years ago. I had actually never read it, but she has since read it, obviously, and she really loved it. I think she rated it like 4.5 stars. And this book actually is on my 2026 TBR. I saw this and once again, couldn't leave it behind. I would consider that a successful first trip to the library as an adult. I have these books for 3 weeks, which is hopefully enough time for me to be able to get through these books amidst all of the other books that I'm reading for videos. My camera just died, and I don't have any charged camera batteries, which is awesome. As a content creator, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't just let all of your camera batteries die. However, this unfortunately is not the first time that I've done that. So anyways, that was all I had for you guys today. So if you're going to take anything from this video, check out your local library because it is a fun time. But anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoy this type of content. Comment down below when you're gonna go check out your nearest library, and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content in the future. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.